Hey everybody, and welcome to Cooking Adventures with Katie, Season 3. There we go. Today's episode, I am having a spoonful of peanut butter, and I'm going to tell you about onions, because onions are what won the vote this week. And at the end of this episode, there's going to be a couple of recipes for vote on for Friday's episode. So yeah, that's really it. A little short episode. Cooking Adventures with Katie, Season 3, Monday Mouthful. So, today we're going to talk about onion. And in the Middle Ages, so we're going to do some fun facts. In the Middle Ages, onions were actually used as currency. And were used to pay rent, buy goods and services, and were even given to friends as gifts. Onions are a strong weapon against osteoporosis, as onions kill osteoclasts, which weaken bones. Onions also release sulfuric acid when they are cut, and that sulfuric acid reacts with the moisture in our eyes, which makes us cry. The world's largest onion in the world, was harvested in 2011 and weighed 18 pounds. Now, onions help lower blood pressure and help lower heart attack risk. I think Smokey wants some peanut butter. Now, onions have quercetin, and quercetin has been found to relax the airway muscles and may provide relief to asthma symptoms. Also, it stops our body from producing histamines, which can reduce general allergic reactions. So if you ever hear of somebody saying, put a cut onion on top of a bee sting, that's why. Because it helps reduce the allergic reaction to the bee sting. Onions contain a special type of soluble fiber called oligofructose, which promotes good bacterial growth in our intestines and may help prevent and treat certain types of diarrhea. You don't want that diarrhea. Onions help increase our insulin production, particularly with red onions. So the red onions help increase our insulin production more than the other onions. Onions help improve bone density of women going through menopause. So ladies, eat your onions. And onions are also high in vitamin C and are also a good source of fiber. And really, that's my notes. I went to a couple of different websites, looked up a couple of different things, but I did also want to make sure that there will be enough facts left for my Facebook posts, so do expect some onion fun facts this week. Now, no ma'am, you're not getting any. Now, for Friday's Foodie Friday episode, the options are: should I make French onion soup? Should I roast whole onions? Should I do a balsamic caramelized onion? Or should I pickle some red onions? Honestly, the only one that I'm kind of wary about are the pickled red onions. But David says they're good. And they're also good on salads and things. So, I don't know. Yeah. Also, would y'all be interested in seeing a challenge? I have the ingredients for pho, which is kind of like a fancy ramen noodle soup. Only it's not ramen, it's pho. Okay, so ramen is Japanese, pho is Vietnamese. So I had the ingredients for that. And To my understanding, it's a long and drawn out process. So, would y'all like to see an authentic pho recipe? That's the challenge proposal for this week. And when I'm going to make it, like I'm going to, and I'm going to film it. So if y'all want to see it, it'll be ready to go. And I can just be like, cool, hey, thanks guys, here you go. Or if you don't, then I'll just save it for later when I have other ingredients for another project. And if that one wins in the future, then there's that wins in the future. And I'll just have the footage ready. So it's really y'all's call. Would y'all want to see a pho episode on how to make authentic pho? Or would that be something that a little bit later on, when y'all actually have options of what the challenges would be? Because the goal is options. So I could be like, oh, we're having a challenge for international food, authentic international food. So your options are pho, baba ganoush, hummus, or banh mi. So there's those options. But so for this time around, because I have the ingredients for pho at the moment and I'm really itching to make some, would y'all like to see that challenge? It is a recipe that takes 6 hours, so it will probably be a longer than average video. But yeah, so would that be something y'all like to see? Yes, no. So the voting for Friday's episode, French onion soup, whole roasted onions, balsamic caramelized onion, or pickled red onion. What would y'all like to see for those? So please go on to the Cooking Adventures with Katie Facebook page so that way y'all can vote, and see y'all Friday. Bye.